Immediately I put the anointing oil on that child. That boy screamed. That naming ceremony, he died. 1 hour after I anointed him.
Beloved, life sometimes throws us into storms so heavy. Storms that leave us questioning everything we thought we knew about God. A young man came to NSPPD with a testimony so moving, so heartbreaking, yet so filled with the power of God's restoration. On the very day of his first son's naming ceremony, tragedy struck. He had trusted a particular pastor who gave him an anointing oil and instructed him to use it on the baby. But immediately after applying that anointing oil, the unthinkable happened. His precious son, his first fruit, the joy of his youth, gave up the ghosts. Imagine the pain, imagine the confusion, imagine burying your child on the same day you were meant to celebrate his naming. His world crumbled, his heart was shattered, and his faith was shaken. But amidst the tears and questions, he and his wife held on to God, even when everything in them wanted to give up.
God cannot rule. Okay, I was opportune to be part of the praying altar since the year 2020, and I was a person that don't take church activities too serious, so I just choose to ignore. And I said, I can't be praying online. It's not my thing. So 2022, I came here again when I heard Papa is now in Abuja. So I came here, and still, after coming to service, I said they are praying too loud, that I don't like it. It's not my thing. I left. 2023, when I got married to my beautiful wife, and she gave me a baby boy. 2024. When we had our child, on the day of his naming ceremony, that period, the man of God I knew gave me one anointing oil, and I was praying that period when I got married. For every 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. I wake up to pray for my family. That's how committed I am, because I said, if in my life, if God is not giving me anything, I don't want it. I said I have to protect my family in the name of God, and everything I'm doing is all under the protection of God. I cannot seek external source for protection. Then I was committed to this church I was attending, and they gave me anointing oil. Said if there is anything, I should anoint myself and my family once in a while. I said, okay. Then on Thursday, that's 3 days before the naming ceremony, I had a dream. I had a revelation that someone came to me and took something away from me, and I gave that person. After giving that person, I woke up drained, as if there was no life in me. I woke up and I told my wife, I said, babe, this dream I get, I don't like her. I said, the thing did somehow. Then we forgot about it. I said, I pray nothing will happen. Then we moved to the naming ceremony. 3 a.m. on the naming ceremony, we've arranged everything. The service was to take place 8 a.m. Before you know, immediately I put the anointing oil on that child. That boy screamed. That boy was not sick. He was in good health, good shape, everything. And one of my greatest joys, when my wife gave birth to that boy, the boy looked so very big and handsome. I said, God, this is what I want. I was so proud of my wife for pushing this boy out for me. But when that boy died, after that naming ceremony, he died. 1 hour after I anointed him, I was drained. The way I felt in the dream I had on Thursday, that's the same way I felt for that Saturday. I was drained. My friends who came, people from different places, they were coming to celebrate me, but it turned out to be the burial of that boy. I'll tell you the truth. I've been through so many things in life, but I was not prepared to bury the child. I was down. I cried. I lost faith in God. I said, God, I gave you my time, my service, everything. 12 a.m., 3 a.m. I said, what do you want? I've not done anything evil to anyone. Look at this boy. He's gone. I stopped trusting men of God. I stopped going to church. And even when my wife tries to pray on the altar of fire, I said, please, 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 no. I don't need this. I don't need it. I said, please, I don't trust all these people anymore. Then after 5 months to 6 months, she got pregnant again. Then before you know, my wife was having malaria the first month of the pregnancy. So the doctors were saying treating malaria before the first trimester is either we terminate the pregnancy so we can treat my wife. It was coming with so many challenges, and the thing hurt me. I said, do you people expect me to bury a child the second time? I said, it's not possible. Then 5 months into the pregnancy, my wife said she was craving for pizza or something. I went to get her, we moved together. Then a business call came in, then I had to drive down. I told my wife, get a cab and go home. Before you know, my wife just called me and said she fell from the motorbike. I said, why not use a boat, or why did you take a bike? Why? I said, why? So many challenges. Then when I got to the 7th month, I had that same dream again. This time, I had a dream that the boy is going to die through a birth complication. And I refused to. When I woke up that morning, I was down. But I refused to tell my wife, because this woman is 7 months pregnant, heavily pregnant. And I said, no. I don't want to tell her. Then that pastor, with someone spoke, he now said I should bring the shovel of the baby. He wants to pray for it. That's when I get to realize that, first of all, that first incident that happened, that boy was not sick. Then it was something he gave me, but now he's requesting for another thing again. I said no. I refused to tell my wife. I spoke to my other sister. My other sister said, God, you need to pray. I can't tell her and say, who am I wrong to? Because I lost my dad at a young age, my mother at a young age. I said, I don't get any person why will go meet right now, will go help me. I said, who want to help me? I said, when my mom was alive, none of us, 4 of us, no one died. My sister, none of her children died. I said, why now my turn? This thing happened. I said, what do I do? Then my sister, like that day, my sister said I should find a ministry that prays I can go to. I said, okay, fine. Then I spoke to God that night. I said, God, help me. I need help. Help me. I slept that night. Then I had a dream. In the dream, I was opening my Bible. Then the first page, I saw a roy. I opened the second page again. I saw a roy. I opened the third page. I saw a roy. I woke up and I told my wife that this is the dream I had. She started smiling and said, see you where they do shakara. Me while they pray for years, since God don't show me anything, and you will just come. Now God they show. I now said, okay, fine. Then I took her down to my sister's place in Kaduna so she can deliver. So on the day of the delivery, okay, sorry. I now joined the prayer after I had that dream. I joined the prayer. I was committed every single day, from 7 months to the day that boy was born. Then on the 8th month, I came online. I saw about 200 and something thousand people online. I said, God, that Papa wanted to see me like this. Sometimes, to be honest, I'll speak facts. It's discouraging. Like, so many problems so people come with. I don't want to see my own. I said, Maka, just join. Then before you know, Papa said, I don't know who you are, but your son will not die. I started smiling. I called my wife. Papa, just call my case. So say, Siam. I showed my wife. I screen recorded everything. I showed her. She was so happy. Then we now move on the day of the delivery, when she wants to bring in our baby boy. Then that morning, the labor started 5 a.m. My wife said, no rush. Wait till after prayer before we get to the hospital. Then we finished doing the prayers in the morning, and Papa mentioned, what you fear before, you will not see again. And he said, before 24 hours, you will carry your evidence. I was so happy. At the same time, I was still a bit worried. Only for us to get to the hospital, the nurse said, go home, come back later. Before you know, 2 p.m., the pregnancy got very serious. Me and my wife started driving back to the hospital. Then when we got to the hospital, the nurses that sent us back was down there to like, okay, let me deliver this baby and go home. Then when she was pushing out the baby, before we get to know, I heard the nurse shouting, see waiting they keep picking, see waiting they keep picking. Said, madam, stop pushing, if not you will lose this child. Before we know, the nurse started saying that the umbilical cord was around the neck of the baby. And the woman just stepped up and said, no, wait. And the woman found a way of cutting it, removing the umbilical cord. Then in less than 3 minutes, my baby came out and I was crying. And I said, God has done it. And look at my beautiful wife. Nathan is 3 months old. His name is Nathan. His name is Oluwakorede. His name is Chiemele. And his name is Ojeme, which means my king. But I call him Ibi, Roy's baby. I just want to give thanks to God. And Papa, God bless you. I'll tell you the truth, it's not easy to lose a child. It's painful. It's painful. And God restored and He blessed us with our beautiful baby boy. I'm here to say, among millions, Papa, may the oil on your head never run dry. What our God cannot do.
I don't like the way you are. The God